Hades told me to record this. I was approached by Poseidon this week, and boy, could have been sooner, I suppose. I'm the most reluctant Hellenistic witch in the world. It just, whatever. Hades and I bonded, just, instantly, and then the rest of them have been popping in. Um, Mostly just Hades for a long time. Hermes has been around. Hera has been around, largely. And then Poseidon popped up this week, and he was in a hollow bone meditation that I was in today. And there were some understandings that came to me this week about past life trauma and how I've carried some of that into this lifetime, which was pretty profound and healing. And if I think about it, I'll talk on it later on. But Poseidon is telling me about this lifetime. I came back really fast. And he said, I came back with the intention of embodying and shining and being unconditional love, being that light, holding that love, being born with that. But the sacrifice was that it would mean that I would constantly have people work to tear me down in whatever way they could. And they did, and it was brutal. You don't come into this life remembering necessarily. But I chose a very hard path because shining that love would always attract people to me who wanted to destroy it, hide it, smash it, keep it down. This is real time, by the way. We turned this on in the middle of the conversation because I wanted people to see my reactions because this is very real. This is my life as a priest of Hades and as the divine servant of the Psychopomps and as a very reluctant Hellenistic witch. I was a very reluctant channel as well. I almost didn't make it because the love that I needed just didn't, it wasn't there. And I tried to check out of Hotel California and they said, God, we thought you weren't going to make it. But we adjusted because what I knew was that I needed that to keep it going. Truthfully, I had it from pets, cats, all the cats. But it wasn't enough for me. It didn't, it did, but it also, well, it didn't keep me from checking out. Let's say that. But I came back and I heard them tell me this, my guides, a few months ago, because they've been slowly letting me understand a lot about that now. And I understand why I'm only understanding the full scope of it now, because sometimes this is so uncomfortable too, because sometimes if you know the whole truth, it's gonna impact your choices and decisions and stuff. And so I couldn't, because I wouldn't make it here, but I got here. And in the time I was gone and the time I regained consciousness 2 days later, we agreed that they would love me, they would support me, spirit would, angels would. I had just started touching on being a channel and talking to angels with Phoenix at that time, just months before. And they said, we will love you, we will support you, we will give that to you. And they have. Over the last 10 years, they have. And sometimes they were all I had. And things got ugly, and things got really hard. Like I said, I came into this life knowing I would be a target, and I will be until the day I die. And so I was assaulted in the summer of 2020, beaten and kicked and beaten by a group of people. I'm glad it wasn't worse. I fought back, and I'm scrappy. And they withdrew. And it's affected my life profoundly and permanently, probably, in many ways. I'm still healing the brain injury. It's been a dark night, but it's a different one this time. There were other periods where I was very disconnected that I came through in the last 10 years with the help of spirit. And I made it by the skin of my damn teeth, and quite literally screaming at every deity and angel and guide. And I'm just understanding all of this now. But I just also went through a 4-day intensive with with my mentor Phoenix on opening up my hollow bone, clearing it out, making it nice and shiny, so that I can not only hold my own, but bring in unconditional love, divine energy. And it probably sounds ridiculous to so many people. Love, well, then you don't understand what love is. There's a lot of people who don't. There's a lot of people who don't know what unconditional love feels like. That's not loyalty. But the thing about Poseidon, and one of the reasons he's here, I am about balance, and I've said that before. This existence is, for better or for worse, duality, but there is a greater being that we all encompass at the same time. But in terms of balance, and Poseidon, that's his thing. He stormy waters, clear skies. And today he came to me in my meditation and reminded me that I'm in this love. We were sitting there together looking out over a stormy sea, a very rocky, rough sea. I could hear the waves crashing below, and he said to me, you're still in your heart. You're still in love, even with all this emotional turmoil, some of which is yours, some of which isn't. You see? You're still in love. And that's what I came here to do, I guess, is to do that and be that and bring it here. And that is what I'm doing. And I'm doing that through my work with Hades and the other Psychopomps. And I do that through being the hollow bone and being the channel for spirit to bring that unconditional love from the divine to help as many people as possible. Which I am doing. This is hard to talk about. I don't like talking about my past lives. They're for me to know and learn from and heal from. They're not for show, for bragging rights, or, hey, look who I was. It's not a parlor trick. Because this is about healing and growth and expansion, and so it's for me. But suffice it to say, I died in a war. Saving people. Trying to save as many people as possible. And I died doing that. And I came back very quickly. And I carried that urgency, that sense of must save as many people as possible through my whole life. Some people have certainly dealt with that sense of urgency as a reaction to things that they dealt with in their childhood growing up. And I did. I have to figure it out. It's up to me. I got to do this. But I'm not alone. I don't have to figure it out alone. And I'm not. Hi, I'm Reverend Meggus, priest of Hades, divine servant of the Psychopomps. And a hollow bone journey practitioner. And this is my life. It's nice to meet all of you. And I hope I can ease you into living a more spiritual life, but a more authentic one. Your heart, your true nature, your authentic self There's a lot of healing we'll have to do to find that. And I know you would not recognize me from who I was when I started this journey in 2012. But I hated myself. And I still have the self-harm scars. And I don't now. I love myself very deeply. As much as I love every other being. I know my value and my worth. I know who I am. And, hopefully I can help you find out who you are, too. Love you. Bye.